All right. Good evening, everyone. This is the November 18, 2020 meeting of the Auburn Conservation Commission. My name is Michael Garland. I am chairman of the commission. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. So members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Tom Fallon.
Present.
Michelle Colross. Michelle Colross, unmute your, there you are.
I'm here, present.
Outstanding. Patrick Cunningham.
Present.
Allison Holmes.
Present.
Nathan Rand.
Present.
Tony Romney.
Present.
Outstanding. We have a full quorum tonight. Okay, and we also have town officials and employees who are participating. When I call your names, please respond in the affirmative. Building Commissioner Caleb Moody. Here. DDIS Director Darlene Coyle.
Here.
Land Use Clerk Ginger Butow.
Here.
Outstanding. All right. Good evening, everyone. This open meeting of the Town of Auburn Conservation Commission of Wednesday, November 18, 2020 is now being called to order at about 7:02 p.m. This meeting is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12 of 2020, due to the current and ongoing state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted with agenda materials for this meeting on the town's website, which is auburnguide.com, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. For this meeting, the Conservation Commission is convening by remote participation for the public only, although some staff are physically located in the Selectmen's meeting room in Town Hall. Those town employees are practicing social distancing in accordance with the governor's orders. For the public to join the meeting remotely by telephone, call 1-408-650-3123 and enter access code 942-845-549. Or the public can join via computer at gotomeeting.com/join/942-845-549. The remote access information has been posted on our town's website identifying how the public may join. Please also note that this meeting is being recorded by Auburn Cable Television. So accordingly, those members of the commission, employees, and members of the public who participate, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you, and please take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. All supporting materials that have been provided to members of the commission are also available on the town's website, and the public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda. Now, we're going to be turning shortly to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, let me cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. So I, as chairman of the commission, will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, the chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions, or I'll just ask, and what I have been doing is just asking if there's any comment. Please hold until your name is called. Please remember to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until I, as chair, yields the floor to you and state your name before speaking. And if members wish to engage in discussion with other members, please do so through the chair, taking care to identify yourself. Now, after members of the commission have spoken, I, as the chair, will afford public comment as follows. The chair will first ask members of the public who wish to speak to identify themselves by their names and addresses only. And once I have a list of public commentators, I will call on each by name and afford 3 minutes for any comments. And finally, if we take any votes this evening, those votes will be conducted by a roll call vote. Someone needs to mute their microphone. All right. So having said that, the first item on tonight's agenda is the 7 p.m. public hearing, 13 Hill Street LLC, for a notice of intent for an addition to an existing building at 13 Hill Street in Auburn. Is there a motion to open? Is there a motion to open? Oh,
Move to open the meeting. This is Michelle.
thank you, Michelle. Is there a second?
I'll second. This is Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
I recuse myself.
all right, very good. Is there someone here on behalf of 13 Hill Street LLC? I'm going to ask again, is there any representative on behalf of 13 Hill Street LLC for the 7 p.m. public hearing? All right. Well, several of us 2 weeks ago went to the property at 13 Hill Street to review the project, to also review the wetland delineation. Based on my review of the wetland delineation, the plan that was submitted to the commission was accurate. The proposed addition is buffer zone activity, and that's all I have to say about that. Are there any comments from other members of the commission? We have a quiet group tonight. All right. Is there any comment from the public regarding 13 Hill Street LLC? There being none, is there a motion to close?
This is Tony, and I make a motion to close.
Thank you, Tony. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right, it's a vote. Thank you. We have a few minutes before our 7:15 public hearing, so I'm going to take liberties of jumping around so we can make the most efficient use of our time. During our site walks, we also we went to 20 Tinker Hill Road in response to a request for a certificate of compliance. This was a project that we approved, I believe, last year for the installation of a new septic system. The work obviously has been done. The work appears to have been completed in accordance with the order of conditions. So, and I will turn the floor over to any members of the commission if they have any comments about 20 Tinker Hill Road. There being,
Hi, this is Tony. No real comments. We checked it out. It looked good on my end.
okay. So there being no comments, and I'll ask again, are there any members of the public that wish to comment about the request for certificate of compliance for 20 Tinker Hill Road? There being none, is there a motion to approve a request for certificate of compliance for 20 Tinker Hill Road?
This is Tom, so moved.
Is there a second?
I second that.
Okay, was that Tony?
That was Pat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pat. Thank you, Pat. All right, is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank
All right, it's a vote. We had also received a request for certificate of compliance for 47 Washington Street. This is a trailer park on Route 20. In looking at the request, this is a project that was approved a long time ago, even before I joined the board. And I think in reviewing the request, we were unable to find the order of conditions or any file for this particular property. I do believe that there should be an order of conditions that's on record with the Worcester District Registry of Deeds. However, I did not have an opportunity to look for it, and I don't believe it was provided to us by Attorney O'Neill. So my request would be to continue this until our next meeting, which is December 9th, so that we can do further research and hopefully act on it at that meeting. So is there a motion? Anyone?
I motion. Pat?
Okay, Pat. There's a motion to continue. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Tom.
All right. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right, it's a vote. Thank you. We have received a request to extend an order of conditions for the reserve at Ashworth Hill.